What are the pros and cons of using waxing as a means of treatment of unwanted facial hair? Let's talk about what waxing is. And for the purposes of this discussion, sugaring is a very similar phenomenon, so let's consider it at the same time. If you think of the hair growing onto the surface of the skin, what happens in the use of waxing is that a melted wax, a warm melted wax, is applied over the surface of the skin, and as that wax hardens and turns firm, it attaches itself very firmly to that hair. The wax is then peeled away from the skin, and that hair is pulled out with the wax. Consequently, the area that was treated becomes very smooth, and that's one of the great benefits of waxing, is that the areas when treated become very smooth and very attractive in that regard, the results that the woman is looking for. The downside is, of course, that the hair continues to grow and will return, but until it's long enough that the wax is going to be able to grab hold of it and remove it, it becomes problematic. So in the time frame between its appearance and the time it's long enough to be grabbed, there is the appearance of facial hair, but there's nothing that you can do about it with the wax itself. Another of the problems we've talked about with other forms of epilation, and that is that when you pull the hair out and the new hair begins to grow back in, an ingrown hair can occur if that hair shaft is having a hard time finding its way out of the shaft. The inflammation and the irritation associated with the ingrown hair can be quite frustrating, and so that's a significant factor for some women in choosing what way to control unwanted facial hair. In addition, just be aware that the act of removing the hair tells the skin, well, we don't have any hair here now. The follicle turns on the production again, and thus that growth phase, that anagen phase, is more prevalent through the skin as a whole because of the stimulus that comes from the removal of that skin. I'm Dr. Wilkinson, and I hope that the answers that I have been giving in this video have been useful for you. This video is actually one of 20 videos that I shot dealing with the problem of unwanted facial hair. I've dealt deeply with that issue in the development of a completely different approach to unwanted facial hair called reductase 5. But in order to deal effectively with the problem, having answers is very useful. If those 19 other videos are something that would be useful for you, I'd be happy to share them with you. 10 of the videos are the 10 most frequently asked questions about unwanted facial hair. Another 10 are what should be the most frequently asked questions about unwanted facial hair. If you'll go to www.trionel.com/free, you can sign up and I'd be happy to send those to you. Thanks a lot.